Okay, we ready, guys? All right. You ready, Stephanie?
Yes.
Good evening, and welcome to the regular city council meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025, and it is 7 p.m. Regular meetings are generally held on the first and third Tuesdays of each month in the city council chambers here at City Hall. City Clerk Assistant, please call roll.
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Genoway.
Here.
Councilmember Winstead.
Present.
Councilmember Otto.
Here.
Mayor Johns.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Please let the record reflect that Mayor Pro Tem Jennings is absent.
Thank you. I now would like to call or invite Farshad Jahed, the Baja community of Laguna Niguel, to provide this evening's invocation, followed by the Girl Scouts Cadet Troop 2500 to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All rise.
O thou merciful God, O thou who art mighty and powerful, O thou most kind Father, these servants have gathered together, turning to thee, supplicating thy threshold, desiring thine endless bounties from thine great assistance. They have no purpose save thy good pleasure. They have no mention save service to the world of humanity. O God, makes this assemblage radiant, make the hearts merciful, confer the bounties of the Holy Spirit. Endow them with the power from heaven. Bless them with heavenly minds. Increase their sincerity, so that with all humility and contrition, they may turn to thy kingdom and be occupied with service to the world of humanity. O kind Father, confer thy blessings. Consider not our shortcomings. Shelter us under thy protection. O God, endow us with thy providence. Thou art the powerful. Thou art the giver. And thou art the beneficent.
Audience attention, color guard advance. Color guard present the colors. Would the Honorable Mayor, City Council members, and audience please join in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Audience may be seated.
Thank you. I invite the council members to the well, and we'll meet the troops and take some photos.
Go ahead. Just stand right there when she says color guard dismissed. You bring them all out to the back.
Well, good evening. They did a great job. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys for being here and what you did. And I would like you to introduce yourselves. Tell us your school you go to and what you like best about being a Girl Scout.
Hello, my name is Quinn Hackett. I go to the Niguel Hills Middle School. I'm in 7th grade, and my favorite thing about Girl Scouts are the badges.
Hi, my name's Lauren Hunt. I go to Aliso Viejo Middle School, and my favorite part about Girl Scouts is planting. Hi, my name is Catherine Hunt. I go to Aliso Viejo Middle School. I'm in 6th grade, and my favorite part about Girl Scouts is the nature walks.
I'm Louise Longstreet. I'm in 7th grade at Aliso Viejo Middle School, and my favorite part about Girl Scouts is camping.
My name is Isabella Castaños. I'm in 6th grade and I go to Aliso Viejo Middle School. And my favorite thing about Girl Scouts is the activities we get to do.
We have the scout leaders here.
Have them step forward. Step forward, step forward.
Hi, my name is Emily Hunt, and I am the troop leader of this Troop 2500.
Okay, let's get some pictures. No, stand back here with you. I'll stand with you.
Coco, you want to go be in the picture?
Okay, great. Who's going to dismiss us today?
Color guard dismissed.
All right. Thank you. That was great. Okay, thank you all. We have one presentation, but we're going to do it from our seats, so give us a minute to get set up.
Just the one for now.
Thank you. We'll now move on to presentations. This evening, we have one presentation. The presentation is to outgoing Mayor Ray Genoway. So it's my honor to start this by thanking you, Ray. On behalf of the city of Laguna Niguel, I want to express our sincere gratitude for your dedication, service, and sacrifice to our city as our mayor over the last year. Your job as a deputy DA, a trial lawyer, pulls you in all different directions, yet you still find the time to take care of this city and lead it as our mayor, and that is a phenomenal job. And people don't understand how much time and effort is spent being a trial lawyer. He's not simply in court pleading a case. He's there all day preparing, late at night after the day in court, and he's constantly having to juggle that with doing his duties as our mayor. And he's done an outstanding job this year. And I truly, truly appreciate everything you've done for us as a city this year. And with that said, also his wife, Rachel, and his son, thank you for your allowing him the time to be able to do the things he does to make our city that much better. You set a course this last year, and I want to continue that course and keep it going. So thank you so much for what you've done. And now we have a little something here for you. Ray, we want to give you this plaque in recognition for your hard work and service over this last year and everything you did to lead us in a great year. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Jim, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Ray. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate those kind words, Mayor Johns.
Need my glasses.
What a year. What a team. Let me tell you, this was an incredibly productive year for our entire team here at City Hall. First time ever, we passed an active transportation plan to help everybody in the city walk, hike, bike, continue to move and be physically active throughout Laguna Niguel. First time ever, we passed a biennial budget to increase efficiency and long-term planning, and not just any budget, but a budget that is balanced, a budget that has no added taxes, a budget that fully funds all of our departments and has a healthy reserve. And you will often hear phrases associated with our finances in the city, phrases like clean audit, phrases like budget surplus, phrases like Triple Crown Award to our finance department awarded by the Finance Officers Association. This year was the first update in 33 years to our city's general plan. An incredible undertaking by our community development department to take inventory of our land use and our zoning and everything that is in our city. So thank you so much for all of that you did. It took about 4 years to get that done, and we got it done. We had amazing city events. The Sea Country Festival, put on by our Parks and Rec department. We had over 20,000 visitors to our Sea Country Festival, one of the most perfectly orchestrated events I think we've ever seen in this city. Great job, Parks and Rec. We expanded the summer trolley system. I think we doubled the route from previous years. Also a great way for people to go from the Metrolink here to City Hall to the beach. We've done so much this year. In emergency situations, we had the Beacon Fire. I remember that day and getting all the alerts on my phone, racing down from court here to City Hall. Our city manager already had the Emergency Operations Center all set up. They threw me on camera. I said, how many takes do I get for this? They said, you get 1 take. We're doing it live. So that was, I don't want to say exciting day, but a lot going on, and I'm really proud of the way everything was orchestrated with Orange County Fire Authority and the Sheriff's Department and knocking that fire down before nightfall so that the residents could go back to their homes and sleep soundly, knowing that the fire was out. I got to talk about something that's consumed a lot of time over the last year, this fight that we've had with the battery facility and the efforts on behalf of all of our residents and other cities in fighting this at the California Energy Commission. I specifically want to acknowledge the community group Blessin, who has been instrumental in advocacy for our position on this fight. And it's the advocacy of this city and our residents that have brought every elected official in South County, right, left, and center, alongside, and so that we are fighting this in a unified front. This is good government in action, and while we are not completely through the battle yet, our eyes are wide open. We have the heart of a lion. I believe by the end of this fight, we will be victorious. And so while it was my signature that enacted all of these great things that we've done for our city over the last year, credit really belongs to our entire team. You can't do this alone. You got to have every department working in sync. You got to have the residents on board. You got to have all 5 council members working together. And so credit really belongs to our entire team. I want to, and one more thing I want to acknowledge as far as our accomplishments this year. In the middle of the year, we had a number of residents come and speak at one of these council meetings at that podium right there. And they told us about an issue that was happening on their street, an issue where a business was operating illegally and tormenting the neighbors. And they came to my office, the mayor's office, and explained to me what was happening in more detail. This city took decisive action on behalf of our residents. And while in the grand scheme of everything we're doing, that was a pretty small thing, for those residents, that was everything. That meant that those children could go out on their sidewalk and in their street and play safely. That meant that those parents didn't have to worry about their kids. That's everything for us. That's why we're here. That's why we go the extra mile, to make this a safe place for families to live, work, and thrive. So I want to acknowledge a few individuals. Well, first I want to thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank my wife, Rachel. She's sitting in the audience, rocking our 2-year-old son, Reagan, hoping he doesn't shout or scream, or as you could probably tell a few minutes ago, that's why I don't usually bring him to city council meetings. He has a lot to say. He almost filled out a yellow slip for public comment. I had to stop him. I want to thank my parents, Ray Genoway, who is my dad, Ray Genoway Jr., who I'm honored to share the same name with. My mother, Elaine Genoway, greatest teachers in my life. Mom, I watched you be mayor with grace and dignity, and the whole time I was just thinking, what would my mom do? And you're a great source of advice, and I thank you so much for teaching me so much, not just in this role, but throughout life. And my dad, Coach Ray, coached so many kids on the fields at Chaparosa, and even as mayor, as I'm going through town, people still ask me, how's Coach Ray? So thanks so much for being such a great teacher to me. I want to thank my sisters, Nicole, who's watching, she's in Texas, and my sister Lauren, who's here in the audience. Thank you so much for making this such a fun town to grow up in. I want to thank all of our staff, everybody in City Hall, everybody at our Parks and Rec Department, everybody who plays a role in ensuring that Laguna Niguel is one of the best cities in the United States of America. This is good government in action. A lot of the accomplishments that I read earlier, we're not going to get headlines on those. Good government doesn't sell papers, but good government is what we're doing here in Laguna Niguel, and it is exemplary. People take notice. We are a model city, and people look to us on how they should operate their cities because we are one of the last places in California that still does things the right way. So thank you to everybody in our staff here in City Hall for making this such an incredible city. All of our volunteers, for our Parks and Rec Commission, our Transportation Commission, all the commissions and committees, those are volunteer positions. People don't get paid to be on those. They step forward with their talents and their time, and they contribute, especially those members of the Planning Commission who had to go through 3,000 pages of documents for the general plan. That is a massive undertaking. And so I want to thank everybody who volunteers in this city, whether it be here in City Hall or at the Niguel Botanical Preserve or the Friends of the Library or the Laguna Niguel Women's Club or any one of our organizations, the Knights of Columbus, I can't forget them. We have so many volunteers, and we really have a culture of volunteerism in this community that I believe is unrivaled by any other city. So thank you so much to everybody who volunteered. And I gotta say, one of my favorite moments in the last year as mayor was at the Volunteer Appreciation Dinner. This is a dinner that we have annually around May every year to honor our volunteers, and it's a time for all the volunteers and council members to come together and just spend a night enjoying each other's company and celebrating the city that we've helped build together. I want to thank the partnerships that we've had at the Chamber of Commerce with CEO Teresa Schickling and President Caroline Swift. Thank you for putting on an amazing State of the City at the Regency Theaters. That was a really unique way we did the State of the City this year, and I really like it. I have a feeling we're going to do it that way again, and I have a feeling other cities are going to copy us, because that was a lot of fun. And, I want to close on this. There's a quote from, rather a lyric from one of my favorite bands, a little group known as the Smashing Pumpkins. And the lyric is that time is something you can never ever leave behind without leaving behind a piece of youth. And I think about that, and it's true that as you grow older and wiser, you leave behind your youth. But I'm someone who never wants to leave behind the youth I had here in Laguna Niguel. I always think of myself still as that kid who's growing up in Laguna Niguel, as that kid seeking adventure as a scout in Troop 772, as a kid who's learning about meaning and purpose as an altar server at St. Tim's, as a kid who's competing for trophies on the diamonds at Chaparosa, as a kid who became enthralled with public policy and local government as a member of the Laguna Niguel Youth Committee. I loved growing up in this city, and I always think about that when I'm making decisions up here, because that's how I want my son to grow up in this city, and that's how I want every kid in Laguna Niguel to grow up. And so, if we continue to practice the Sea Country values that have made Laguna Niguel one of the best cities in the United States of America, if we continue to do that, I believe our best days are still ahead. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you, Ray. And Rachel, we haven't forgot you. we truly appreciate you sharing your husband with us. And I have something here for you. There you go. I'm going to bring it to you. I don't want you to have to come down here because that's a lot to lug. But thank you so much for you sharing your husband with us this last year with all the extra duties that he's had to take on. Thank you so much. And that's why he's been mayor and tough act to follow. He's a fantastic speaker and even better at what he does here for us in the city. And the thing that I'm most impressed with is he's the first one in this city, born, raised, and then became the mayor of the city. So we are very grateful and lucky to have him here on this city council, and we get to serve with you again. So thank you. That concludes the presentations. We'll now move to public comments. Any person wishing to address the city council is asked to please complete and present a gold request to speak form. These forms are available on the counter near the entry door of the city council chambers. Please be aware that time limit will be 3 minutes for each person to speak. This is a time for members of the public to share comments with the city council. The Brown Act does not allow the city council to respond to speakers at the meeting. However, city staff will follow up and respond to questions or provide information needed. Speakers will be called in the order from the request to speak forms. To allow equal time for speakers, minutes may not be given to another speaker. You may have another person read your written statement. City Clerk, are there any other requests to speak?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, we'll call up Owen Engel on behalf of Katrina Foley.
Hello, council members. Oh, it's loud. I would just like to present this certificate on behalf of Katrina Foley for Gene Johns, the new mayor of Laguna Niguel. So we would just like to thank you for your commitment to public service, and we just hope that you can do the best in supporting your community. We welcome working with you in the future, and we hope that your commitment to parks, recreation, and the public safety of Laguna Niguel serves you well. Should I just approach the dais and hand it to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there you go.
And then I also have one for Mayor Pro Tem Kelly Jennings. Should I'll just hold on to it to now, or should I hand it off to you? All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great year.
Great. Thank you so much. No other cards?
There are none.
Okay, thank you. Public comments are now closed. We'll now move to the consent calendar. City Clerk, are there any public comments on the consent calendar? Wait a moment. Are there any public comments on the consent calendar?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, are there any items that you as council members wish, from the consent calendar, you wish to question or discuss? No? Okay. Is there a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar? We got a motion by Councilmember Genoway, seconded by Winstead. Please vote. And the motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to public hearing items. Our public hearing item this evening is the second reading and adoption of ordinances to adopt by reference codes contained in the 2025 California Building Standards Code, including local amendments and related international codes. Director Orduna, will you please introduce this item?
Thank you, Mayor Johns, and good evening, council members. The presentation for this item will be provided by Deputy Director John Morgan.
Good evening, Mayor Johns and council members. This item for your consideration is the adoption of 2 ordinances adopting the current cycle of the state building and fire codes, including local amendments. Every 3 years, the state updates its building standards codes. This is a collection of codes that set the minimum standards for design and construction of buildings and structures in California. In broad terms, they generally deal with safety, accessibility, energy efficiency, and sustainability. These new codes will become effective statewide on January 1st, 2026. As you may recall, on October 21st, 2025, the City Council introduced the 2 ordinances and directed that they be placed on this evening's agenda for adoption. For this cycle, the state's updates mostly relate to minor administrative refinements, increased energy efficiency measures in new buildings, expanded requirements for EV infrastructure and new construction, and probably most significantly, there's a new wildland urban interface code that streamlines wildfire-resistant standards in designated fire hazard zones. This new code replaces standards that were previously scattered amongst several codes. Let's see. So in addition to the mandatory state codes, cities have the opportunity to adopt local amendments. Laguna Niguel has adopted local amendments during each of the prior triannual code adoption cycles, most recently in November of 2022. As summarized in the staff report, nearly all of the local amendments proposed are already in the city's municipal code and are incorporated for readoption. Each is considered administrative in nature or necessary for life safety or fire prevention. A few examples in our existing codes to be carried forward are cited on this slide. That includes swimming pool barrier requirements, standards for automatic fire sprinkler systems for homes over 5,000 square feet, and foundation and footing design parameters due to the city's soil conditions. Beyond the readoption of existing codes, OCFA is recommending 2 revised local amendments. One is related to high pile storage of compost, and the second addresses shutoff valves for private fire protection systems. This last slide provides a summary of staff recommendation, which includes opening the public hearing, taking public testimony, closing the public hearing, and then waiving the full reading and adopting the 2 ordinances, adopting by reference the California Building and Fire Codes, including local amendments. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Are there any questions from the council? Stephanie? Okay, seeing none, thank you. We'll now close the public hearing. I will now take any discussion from the council. Nothing? Very good. Do I have a motion to approve the staff recommendation? Councilmember Genoway, seconded by Otto. Please vote. Okay. Motion carries. This concludes our public hearing item. We'll now go to other business and council reports. We'll now move into the city council, city manager, and department reports. Start with you, Councilmember Ray Genoway.
You know, I think I've said enough at this meeting. I have nothing to report. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to Stephanie Winstead, Councilmember Winstead.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to share with everybody that Orange County Public Libraries is providing winter art classes to our community. The classes are designed for adults, but children ages 6 and over can also attend. There will be an acrylics painting class on Monday, December 8th at 4 p.m. at our Laguna Niguel Library. Let your imagination sparkle, create a masterpiece, and take home your very own winter treasure. Also, on this Giving Tuesday, I wanted to thank our community for their generosity in helping the lives of others. Thank you to everyone who has contributed toys for the children of the city's adopted military units. Thank you to Christy Shapiro, who has been managing the Little Library on Palo and recently took it upon herself to organize a pop-up food pantry for those experiencing food insecurity. Thank you to our local volunteers, service organizations, and others who have and are continuing to provide food, toiletries, and shelter to people needing assistance during this holiday season. And last but not least, I want to thank our immediate past mayor, Ray Janaway, for his leadership over the past year. I look forward to serving with all of you again for another year. Thank you.
Councilmember Otto.
Thank you so much. A couple weeks ago, I stopped by our monthly Wellness Wednesday workshop. We have a couple, this is run by Alcove and the city staff, and we have a couple of our youth committee members, Emma and Sophie, who are championing that event. It's a monthly event for teens, and it's just in support of their mental health. And they were planting and putting together succulents and things like that. So that was really fun. January 21st at 6 p.m. is the next one, and the theme is art therapy. I also attended a ribbon cutting for City of Hope in Irvine. This was, cancer is very personal to me, but everybody has been affected by cancer, I'm sure, in this room. And so we're very lucky to have the City of Hope, which is a cancer specialty hospital and research facility. Just actually, I think it was today or yesterday, they opened their first patients, the doors to their first patients. So that's in Irvine, and that's available, obviously, to our residents in all of Orange County. So we're all a lot better off to have that facility nearby. And I wanted to highlight a couple groups that if you're still thinking about giving on Giving Tuesday, you've got a few more hours left. You could give to our Dana Hills High School Academic Department. Just Google Dolphin Day of Giving to support them. I know that they're trying to raise money today. And then also our Nagel Botanical Preserve. You can go to www.nagelbotanicalpreserve.com to give. And that's all I have. Congratulations, Mayor. I don't know which mayor. I was talking about the past mayor on a great year. And of course, welcome to the new mayor. So
You can just call me Ray.
just call you mayor. Just call everybody mayor. No, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'll round this up. I'll make it quick and easy. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and spent time with their family and friends, and were able to celebrate this Thanksgiving. My wife and I were honored to provide some meals for families in need through the Lions Club and through FAM. We met a lady who had tears in her eyes and was so thankful. She had a small son that has some medical issues and was concerned he wasn't going to have Thanksgiving turkey dinner. And we were able to provide that. So it was a fun experience, very emotional. And I'll end with, this is my first city council member as the mayor. I apologize, and please bear with me, I'll get better. I want to thank my family, however. There's my baby sister Tracy and her husband Tom, my wife Michelle, and then I've got some friends in the audience too that came, Nancy, Nick, and Adam. Thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you. It's wonderful to see you. And with that, I will ask the city manager, do you have any reports for tonight?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, we have two reports. The first report will be our Sheriff's Department quarterly report provided by Chief Flores.
Thank you, City Manager. Good evening, Mayor Johns, City Council, City staff, and members of the Laguna Niguel community. Thank you for the opportunity to share our police services fall quarter report. This quarter, our team participated in several trainings that strengthen our readiness and community service. On October 16th, police services and city staff took part in the Great Shakeout Earthquake Preparedness Drill and the countywide Alert OC test. Alert OC helps keep residents informed during emergencies, so we encourage everyone to stay registered and up to date. Our team also attended the 19th Annual Community First Conference, which was sponsored by College Hospitals and County Healthcare Agency, and focused on the impact of social media on youth and on mental health resources across the county. The information gained helps us better support families and teens here in Laguna Niguel. We continued our commitment to school safety and youth outreach. This quarter, our team assisted Community Roots and Laguna Niguel Elementary with safety assessments, helping strengthen safe school environments. Deputies also visited Mission Lutheran to speak with students in the Community Helpers Program, answering questions and sharing age-appropriate safety tips. At Marion Bergeson Elementary, deputies presented on e-bike and bicycle safety to reinforce safe riding habits. We also connected with older adults at Senior Resource Fair at the Sea Country Community Center, where we shared safety information and highlighted services available to our senior community. I have to be careful in this one. Red Ribbon Week remains one of our favorite community traditions. This year, we visited St. Anne's School, Niguel Hills Middle School, George White Elementary, and Hidden Hills Elementary to encourage students to make healthy, drug-free choices. These visits allow us to build positive relationships and support students' well-being. Our team enjoyed joining students and families at several school events, including the John Malcolm Elementary Jogathon and the National Walk to School Day at Marion Bergeson and Hidden Hills. Walk to School Day encourages safety awareness, strengthens neighborhood connections, and promotes healthy habits. All goals we're proud to support. We also had a great time participating in Halloween activities across the city. Our team handed out swag bags and took photos with students at Moulton Elementary Boo Blast and at trunk or treat events at John Malcolm and Marion Bergeson. At the St. Anne School Carnival, we shared resources, showcased our patrol vehicles, and connected with students and families about how we work together to keep Laguna Niguel safe. Twice a year, we partner with the Drug Enforcement Agency to offer a safe way to dispose of unused medications. Our October event saw excellent participation. Thank you to everyone who keep these substances out of our homes and environment. In October, we proudly joined Laura's House for their Awareness and Action campaign. Laura's House is a comprehensive domestic violence agency that provides shelter, counseling, and legal services to individuals affected by domestic violence. We provide resources in our lobby and participated in both the Pull-Ups for a Purpose and push-up challenges to show support for survivors of domestic violence. We thank Laura's House for their leadership and for the essential services they provide to our community. We're excited to announce that our next Citizens Academy begins in March 2026, which will be our 28th class. This 11-week program offers residents a behind-the-scenes look at the Orange County Sheriff's Department and the many facets of law enforcement service. And lastly, it's an honor to serve this community and work alongside our partners in public safety. Thank you for your continued support and trust in Laguna Niguel Police Services. This concludes the report.
And our final report this evening is by Parks and Recreation Director Harmon about our exciting activities that we have coming up over the next few weeks.
Yes, thank you, City Manager Letourneau, and good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. The Parks and Recreation Department is excited to welcome the community to Laguna Niguel's annual Christmas tree lighting, taking place this Saturday evening, December 6th, from 5 to 8 p.m. here at City Hall. Come celebrate the season together and enjoy cookie decorating, holiday crafts, games, photos with Santa, and live entertainment. Even Santa's very own reindeer will be flying in from the North Pole and making an appearance again this year. The tree lighting will begin at 5:30 p.m. and free parking and shuttle service is available at Crown Valley Park from 4:30 to 9 p.m. But that's not all for our holiday tradition here in Laguna Niguel. Please join us on Saturday, December 13th, and enjoy the floats, marching bands, horses, and exotic cars in our annual holiday parade. The parade will begin promptly at 10 a.m., so please be sure to get there early and set up your chairs and blankets along Crown Valley Parkway. Parking will be limited and roads will be closed at 5 a.m., so please use the free parking and shuttle service from the Chet Holyfield building. For more details on these events, please visit the city's website, and please be sure to follow us on social media. Happy holidays from the Parks and Recreation Department, and this concludes my report.
No more reports this evening, Mayor.
Thank you. Seeing there is no other reports, we are now adjourned at 7:40 p.m. Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you. Enjoy. Be safe.